Welcome to our new podcast, IBridge, Experiential Learning Talks. And today is a special day with a friend and a colleague from Kazakhstan. Here we have Ms. Tlektes. So welcome to our podcast. Great pleasure to see you again. Now, online at the moment, but great opportunity to share things together. May I please ask you to introduce yourselves?
Thank you. My name is Tlektles Tleulina. I am currently the head of school in Almaty. This is a brand new school. So my background starts from the school in Astana. It's the international school Miras Astana. And that has been a great journey for me because there I have got acknowledged with IB, and I have grown from the teaching assistant to the co-coordinator. Then I have worked at two other schools, which also have been the IB schools, and I have learned a lot from there as well. So now with the team of teachers and coordinators in our school here in Almaty, we are building an IB environment. As I already said, for our students, the school is called Zaman, which from Kazakh means time period, and it refers to the change of the period of the time where we live and where we will live in several or many years after this.
That's really great. Thank you. Thank you for sharing with us your experience. You talked about time, you talked about Miras. I think Miras was, if I not get wrong, was one of the first IB schools in Kazakhstan. And in terms of time, if you compare about the past, if you compare about the present, if you think about the future, in what way you think that the IB experience will provide opportunity to grow to new generation?
As the consultant and as the IB educator, I have a chance to communicate and interact with the schools all around the region, which is Africa, Europe, and Middle East. And I can say for sure that these changes are happening since 1968. And the experience of being an IB school already gives the picture where we can see that the students become the global citizens and they make the changes around us.
Definitely, indeed. You are familiar with our topic, there is experiential learning. Since we begin with our beginning with the association, so this has been our major topic, the major theme. And regarding the experiential learning opportunities for students, with the framework of the IB, with the students at the center of the cycle, what can you share with us some experiences or something that you in your background or something that you lived in your previous experience about the topic of the theme of experiential learning?
Yeah, I would say that the whole life, but the personal life and the professional life, it is building on the experience that I get from different roles. I learn not from only being a teacher, I learn from interacting with the schools as the consultant as well, because schools are different, even though they are all IB World schools, but each school, as you said at the beginning, each school has its own context and its own background and its own strategic way of development, right? Before working with any school, I explore what the country's specifics are, what the school specifics are, and it's wonderful. It's that kind of wonderful experience when you learn more and more. Every time when I start working with the school, I remember about the speech of our colleague, which is about the danger of a single story. So it's that important to create the single story without creating the danger of a single story.
What do you think are the challenges in this path, especially nowadays with the future that is unknown?
When the school starts their IB journey, they always want to see the samples, the stories, how it happened in other schools. And this is the biggest challenge because the schools should and they are building their own story, and they are building their own curriculum, they are building their own content. So for this aspect, I would say that it's quite challenging to start with the school drawing their own image of the school, drawing their own strategic framework, strategic plan, how the school is going to develop. And it's not totally the challenge because we have the set of documents, the set of standards that guide the school in their journey. So this is something that every school and every coordinator in the school, every leader in the school should overcome without expecting to have a model, a role model, or to have a form where they should fit in. Because what I love IB the most for is that IB gives the creativity and IB gives the freedom, even though having those sets of standards and practices.
Indeed, indeed. And especially when you are in a leadership position, you have to multiple tasks to fulfill and multiple different tasks to or set goals to achieve. And this is why I'm thinking, and maybe that's something to from your side to share with us and to share with the people who are watching us. For whenever we have a person who would like to aspire to become a leader, or a tip or advice to already some leaders in these positions, how you cover different roles like head of schools or consultant, program coordinator, so many different things. How can you balance? So what tips you can give to aspire leaders who would like to become leaders or would like to become head teachers to have a balance and effective high standards of balancing the life but also the career?
Thank you for the question. That's the topic that I can speak for hours about. For example, this winter, the winter 2024, I have been studying I have been attending the workshop as the workshop leader. So the time difference was just crazy because the session started something about 11 in the night or sometimes 12. So having the full day of job and then coming home, having 3 children, a big family. So this all challenged me. So sometimes I just thought maybe I should get it later in July. Maybe I should get it. Maybe I should even get rid of it. Refuse from participating. But every time I logged into the sessions, to the virtual sessions, and every time I interacted with my colleagues from all around the world and seeing their inspiration of being a workshop leader and living through those positive moments when you manage creating a short workshop session, when you get that positive feedback from the trainer, from the facilitator, this all really inspires.
No, it's a fantastic success. So it means that what you do, you are sharing your passion with the students, and the students are receiving this positivity from you and from your staff. So really good. Congratulations for this. Really good. So if we go back to experiential learning, you have been with us in our conference, and if you can just share briefly if there were some takeaways that you took with you and you applied in your own context, that would be also useful for us to understand what we did, if it was useful for you and for all the attendees.
I find the conference as a great opportunity for the educators in the region to come up together, to gain all together and share their experiences, share their thoughts and ideas. I have listened for so many educators, and each of them has been, I mean, each of the presentations has been that much about our personal questions and queries, and each of them has been that much similar and familiar to what we do. And during the conference, and even after, when we reflected on the insights, we came up with an idea that each school has the same path, but each school is that unique and that different from each other. The thing that I keep by now, I mean, so far in my mind, are two things. The first one was in the presentation of our colleague who said that we teach the students, usually we teach the students to think in a straight way, in a straight line. But in the real life, it's so many lines curling, and sometimes they are joining, and sometimes, I mean, this is something, and the visual picture that the educator has shown, it is that much about how we teach the students. It's that much about how we prepare them for the real life. And the second thing that I heard from the colleagues of mine was the speech of my ex-colleague from ISA in Astana, Mr. Bolatov, Mr. Aydar. He said one very important thing. At the end of his presentation, he said that the main thing is to stay a human. The main thing is to have those human values in your heart. Otherwise, we are not pedagogues. So these two things that I would like to highlight, and these are the things that unpack the profession of the pedagogue.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It has been a great pleasure to talking to you today. And we receive a lot of insight from your side. And I think it's going to be beneficial for all the people who are listening to us and watching us. So thanks a lot for being with us, and look forward to see you in our next conference or in Kazakhstan.
Thank you for giving that kind of opportunity. Yes, we are planning to attend the conference next time.
Fantastic.
Yeah, thank you. Good luck to
Thanks a
you and
lot.
your colleagues, and
Thank you.
enjoy the summer.